Wow. What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she can do.
I only seem to find them in the slim ones, not the
Yeah, I
little stubby.
haven't seen them at all. I don't know if Paul looked for them, but because I said I like diet, like that's kind of what he's getting me now. Did you press record?
I think I did. Now I'm checking.
I want everybody laying down now.
Yes.
Perfect. That's right, you come all the way through, all the wires. We've got this. Right. Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host Ellie.
I'm your host Emily, and we are looking at Beyond the Bump.
Yes. So it's not just boring stories about pregnancy. It's about all the complications that come along with children and families where people have had children and just general dramas.
The fact is, yeah, you have kids, guaranteed, like, I'm not even putting you all over your eyes. Your life changes, people change, that's it, that's what's happening.
Massively.
And you know, it happens.
And so
people's
we thought,
attitudes change.
Of course. So we got some stories together of those said people and their issues or the issues that they're finding with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to kick us off. I'm going to save that one for last. I like that one. Right. My in-laws must think I'm a reckless mother. My family moved in with my in-laws so they could save for a house. We're moving in with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and my nephew are planning to move out, but right now it's all of us under one roof. I have a 15-month-old son. I like to think of myself as a pretty calm parent. I like to roughhouse with my child. I toss, throw, slam him onto the couch. Our favourite is when I let him backflip off the couch onto the carpet. He knows how to get on and off the couch by himself, but of course sometimes he slides off by accident. I don't freak out when it happens, and neither does he. Well, my sister-in-law had a mini heart attack when she watched me roughhouse with my child. She freaked out whenever she feels like he's in danger, which is always. My father-in-law loses his mind when he thinks my child is about to get hurt. Last week, my mother-in-law was full on crying because of a slip and a fall. I feel I'm giving my in-laws PTSD. Now, don't get me wrong, I have absolutely cried when he slid off the bed at 6 months old, and the pull on stage totally wrecks my nerves. I don't know if it's because I watched him do a lot of the falling in the last year that I'm not scared of everything all of the time.
You can't wrap them up.
You can't.
I mean, sometimes the roughhousing plays, it can be a little bit too much.
Too
and
excessive.
Sometimes that child does take it to sort of other people's homes and whatever. But in this case, if that child knows
where the line is, as long as the parent, I think, knows the line more. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think any of it's done with malice, and I think that sometimes you have to let parents raise their kids how they want to raise their kids, and if that involves roughhousing, then that's totally cool.
Yeah, as long as boundaries are there.
Yeah, of course, but ultimately the parents are the parents.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't know if I could live in a house.
I don't think
full of everyone trying to raise my children with everyone's opinion, though. I feel like I
think if your kid falls down, up you get.
Yeah. Yes.
Like literally crying because they've fallen down, and
it's like, calm down.
It's like, you need to go take a chill pill.
Yeah, relax. It's not that
Don't
deep.
put that emotion onto my kid.
Of course. Right.
It's a lot.
Top comment. My mum is the same. She always turns her head away because she doesn't want to see me throw my son in the air. I just laugh and flip him upside down and let him dangle in the air and say, Look how much he's laughing while she is clutching her pearls. So, I do like when the kids were young and Paul was slightly rougher, I would be like, oh mate, but he's their dad and I didn't stop the rough housing, I just turned away. I certainly didn't cry about it.
To be honest, any male friend,
It's rough.
if that male will let them be rough with them, they will play silliness with them. Like the amount of times
I think it's very common.
they've thrown themselves over the back of my sofa trying to get away and then jumping off the back of my sofa to jump on someone. And
You
then
ever
it's me
seen-
going, stop
Have
now.
you ever seen the video of the dad that jumps on the air mattress and the child ends up in the hitting the ceiling? Like that is taking it too far. Like ricochets off the roof. It's like, all right, it's enough now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I don't think I would have tolerated that. But you know, it's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Go on.
No. Okay. What has happened to me?
Oh.
Since having a baby, I've noticed that any time I hear any baby crying or see something saddening about a baby in the news, my heart physically hurts. This was something I was not prepared for, but I guess we go through some sort of physical, psychological shift. Can someone please explain to me why this feeling is being extended to fictional alien babies? Currently watching the new Superman, and I won't add any spoilers, but as soon as I heard the baby cry, me and my husband both looked at each other with our bottom lip dropping. Why? This has got all laughing emojis all the way through this. She's just like, what has happened to me?
Yeah.
Why am I a wreck?
Yeah. It simply is becoming a parent.
Yeah, it just is it, isn't it?
It simply is. Just you definitely see the world differently and you definitely have more empathy.
It's crazy.
It is. And it definitely changes you and intunes you to things that you weren't thinking about before. 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you know what I do? I still do it now, even though mine are like 13 and 10. I see a baby, and if they're like sort of upset or something, I automatically rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you still check on the kids when they're asleep at night and stuff? Yeah.
Although their door is a little bit noisy to open because it's a slide door,
They-
so it like rumbles.
They said to me, why do you still do that? And I'm like, because you are my babies.
Just
and
checking.
If they sleep in late as well, that's another thing that I will definitely like check on them for. Go on.
I had a couple of tops where, welcome to motherhood, it doesn't go away.
It's true.
Someone was like, oh my goodness, the alien baby. I felt so silly sitting in the theatre wanting to cry. I couldn't help but squirm and even had to cover my eyes because it made me so sad.
It is, I haven't seen it, if I'm honest, so I don't know what they're talking. I'm sure I will, though.
I mean, they're all talking about the Superman.
Yeah, I haven't watched that
everyone's
one
like,
yet.
oh my god, same!
I mean, I'm sure I will be.
But
yeah, it's definitely, it's a shift
it's every
in your...
baby though.
Yeah,
Like, you see a kitten and you're like,
It's your emotions
And your
completely.
heart
You're a
hurt.
completely different person, like Em said at the beginning. Once you enter, I wasn't like that. Even in pregnancy, I wasn't. It wasn't until I literally gave birth, and I can't tell you the shift in me was just
No,
in
me
that
and babies
moment.
before pregnancy, I was just like that. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
I was, yeah.
Over
But
there.
literally had Alfie, and something inside me just did a fucking U-turn, and I was like, oh my god.
Babies!
Yeah, I can't leave him ever. Right, partner died. I'm over 40 with baby twins, and I still want another. I'm being stupid, right? My boyfriend just died and left me with 9-month-old twins. I'm not a people person, so the chance of finding another boyfriend anytime soon is 0. Did you write this?
I don't want another baby. No, I did not.
And I'm 41, but I still want another kid. Even with the boys going through sleep regression and driving me nuts right now. No matter how I spin it, this is my brain though. It seems impossible. Even with donor sperm, I would be like 43 or something by the time I would give birth again. And I would be alone with 3 kids. And a low paying job. I will be moving into another house soon because my house is too small already. But that comes with a mortgage that I have to pay off for the next 25 years or so. I also have some mental health issues,
Do you think?
ADD, that causes a bit of depression and exhaustion.
I know, let's add another baby.
That actually, the ADD is the impulsive shit, like me and the dog, right? Thought I'd keep it checked right now, but just barely. No idea if it would get worse with a third or not. I survived twins so far without feeling like I'm on the edge, but every baby is different. So I'm being stupid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're asking the wrong person. I'm going to say absolutely stupidity is taken over your body, and you need to come away from that real quick.
I think like women now are getting older and older when they have their kids, and that's fine, like whatever you do you, but
It's not the age part, it's everything that she has
Yeah.
just said together.
yeah, it is. You've lost your partner and you're probably actually
Grieving.
grieving, which is making you craving the more love around you, because there's no love like having children, so you're probably craving more and more and more of that. And the truth is, you need to focus on your boys and yourself.
Your children that you have right now need a happy, healthy mum.
Yeah.
Not a mum that's trying to replace.
Compensate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying there's anything wrong with that, and I know you think
Have
you won't
another
find
baby
love, but
if you find love again.
you sound great. I don't believe that for a second. Top comment from one ADD person to another. What you are doing here is buffering. You're
Get a dog.
distracting yourself
Yeah.
from grief and reality by hyper focusing on another future, a different problem to be solved. Hi, I do that. This is very normal. Be gentle and kind on yourself. Give yourself time and space to grieve. Do you have family and friends to support you, sending you much love, etc.? That is the top comment, and that is literally what we both just said. At the moment, in your head, you're like, I need something else, something to replace, something, distract. And the truth is, you are literally going through so much right now. And
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
I think if you can hyper focus yourself to enjoy your kids right now, this will help you get through the grief as well.
You've got a move coming. Like,
100%.
It's a lot. There's a lot happening here.
It's easy to do shit like that. Like I just said the other day, I looked
Yeah.
at a dog. I went and got a dog.
I mean, that is how she turned up as well.
Yeah.
I was living at my parents'. I know, let's get a dog. I've got nowhere to live. Let's get a dog.
That's what I mean. I'm just scrolling through and I'm
Oh.
like to my husband, he's my dog. I know he's my dog. He's my dog. And then
do that with her.
every day does something where I'm like, he's definitely my dog. But there are times in the day where I'm like, whose dog is this?
Someone come get your dog.
Go and get your dog. I've looked after him for a week now. But when I look into his eyes, I'm like, I love you. And then I'm like just before I came on, I was like, I've betrayed my cookie. Like a fucking crazy person feeling guilty. What?
Do you know what I just thought?
What?
His name's Zeus.
Yeah.
He's not got curly cur for his name.
No, he does not. He does not. I don't know.
Have to sit down.
First of all, the boys.
Get a grip. Come on.
Go lay down.
Shh, don't you talk because you make him stop.
Sorry. Not like that.
There.
Yeah, first, I think the boys didn't want that, and I don't know if they want to break it because of Cookie dying. I don't know if, but then Harry ended up getting sad as well, thinking, are we really bad? Because it's only been
No,
5 months,
no,
blah, blah,
it's
blah.
not.
And then at the time I was like, he's nothing like her. First of all, he's a man,
You haven't gone and replaced her. That was
Yeah.
never the intention.
It was
That
never.
Was not
But now,
a grieving heart and I need another dog.
yeah, and then I was fine, and then I was like laying there, and I was like, oh my god, like have we replaced?
No.
Yeah, of course not.
You're
He's
never going to get a
completely
good
different.
girl like that again.
All right, I'm gonna have a good boy like that though.
Yeah. So let's move on.
He's definitely got the potential.
They've all got the potential.
Yeah. All I want is just,
Okay, ready?
the same dog. Is it you? Yeah.
It's just me.
All I want
me
is
now.
the same dog. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
just
go.
want another cookie.
Yeah.
Right, moving on.
Yeah.
4 days old and I dropped her.
Fair play. Fair play.
It's okay.
Drop that kid.
I had my second C-section on Sunday. This is 14 days old, by the way. She was a month early. Recovery has been very difficult. Last night I was holding her after a feed. We were in the bed. I knew I was tired, but I stupidly didn't set her down. I love holding her. I fell asleep for 2 seconds. Before I knew it, she was on the ground screaming. My husband flies out of the bed and gets her. I don't even have the abdomen strength to get myself out of bed. We immediately assess her. She is crying but appears oriented,
Yeah.
responding to stimuli. After we checked, she was okay. I lost it. I keep seeing her little body on the floor. I was an idiot. My husband continues to reassure me. We took her to the paediatrician first thing in the morning and she is okay. I'm sure with the hormones, postpartum depression and everything else, this is making things 100 times worse. I just wish someone would tell me I am the piece of shit I feel like. I hurt my own baby. There are 3 edits.
No, you didn't. It was a mistake. You're tired. You're
It was an
overwhelmed, and you
accident.
didn't drop her
push her out of bed.
she slid. She slid from your
You
arms.
just release
you,
the tension
you
of
didn't.
hold.
You didn't. There's nothing there that it shows intentional harm.
You are a piece of shit.
Yes.
Feel better now? Of course
Exactly.
you do not.
Exactly. You took the baby to the doctors, given the all clear. She'll be fine. And
She's
it was.
not
It was
hurt
honestly.
either.
It's
She's not
honestly. It's so easily done. It's exhausting. It really is exhausting.
Yeah, you've just had a C-section.
Exactly. Like, give yourself a break, hun.
Your second C-section at that.
It's easier, the second one. It's easier.
Right, first edit. Oh no, this is sad.
Will
Right,
I
ready?
burn in hell?
No, edit. She began having seizure-like symptoms this afternoon. We took her to the hospital. She has a small brain bleed.
Oh.
We are being admitted for neuro observation. I think I've cried myself out. My husband continues to be forgiving. Confirmation of it all doesn't help how I feel about myself. I'm just focusing on keeping my baby well and doing whatever the doctors say. Thank you for all your kindness.
Okay, that's really sad.
That's really fucking
Again,
sad.
it wasn't, there was no malice
wasn't
there.
your
You
fault.
did not hurt your baby on purpose. You haven't got,
And who is to say that that drop is the reason that happened?
Yeah.
It could have already been there. You're beating yourself up because
Yeah.
that happened prior
yeah,
to
she
you
was pregnant
finding
as well,
out.
wasn't she?
Yes.
That's probably a lot to
You
do with
don't
it.
know.
Do you know, I think Alfie was about 6 weeks. You know, he fell off our bed.
You know, Lucius fell out of his pram onto our wooden floor that had all nails sticking out.
There you go. Like, and honestly,
Then I look at him going, "It's 'cause
I mean,
dropped
he
you."
was fine, right? But I was like the worst mother in
Yes.
the world. It was evening, got to Ruby's, and she was like, well, she could see in my face, she was like, what's wrong? And then I told her, she was like, he's fine. Obviously he saw the doctor and that explained what
Yeah.
happened. No bruise, nothing. We had carpet, but still, like, I think about that now and I'm like, that's one of the reasons I'm going to burn in hell, because my son slipped off the bed.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
it will forever
does.
be my fault. And it was my fault because I put him on the bed to get changed and he slid off the bed.
Yes, and
So-
Lucius was in
The buggy,
the buggy,
unstrapped.
and I left him unattended to help get. I think it was he had turned up and had done the food shop, and I was bringing in the bags in with him,
Of
or
course,
whatever
yeah,
I would have.
of course.
It was something like that, and I left him unattended for those few seconds.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, it's our fault.
It,
we're
it
definitely,
will always be your fault.
yeah, we're definitely going to burn in hell for that. But
sure.
okay, is there another edit?
There's two more.
I need to know the
Edit
baby's
2.
okay.
We are still in hospital, waiting on results from the 23-hour EEG.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for your messages and concern. Trying to just get through this. The guilt still comes and goes. I'm just trying to focus on being the best mum I can be for her. The source of the brain bleed is unknown. It could have been the fall, it could have been from the birth. We don't know.
There you go.
But they say it will resolve on its own and will not affect her development or condition. Shall I go on to edit 3?
Just, yeah.
We are home. I have been so tired. I haven't had time to update the post. We have to continue with neurology monthly to monitor the brain bleed, but it is so, make sure it is resolved on its own. Oh, it is so they can make sure.
Yeah.
We don't anticipate any cognitive or developmental delays.
Beautiful.
She has not had a seizure in 2 days. They don't think what was happening was genuine seizure activity, but maybe something more. No. Maybe something more related to her REM cycle.
Okay. Don't know what that means.
She's growing stronger every day. I'm all cried out. This post and all of the support you guys have given have kept me going. I wish I could befriend you all. I'm in DFW, by the way. Don't know what that means either.
It's this
DFW.
REM sleep. REM sleep, that's what that means.
Okay, thank you. Safe sleep and shifts. We have it down.
You can give the top comment.
You are absolutely not a piece of shit. It happens. It's not ideal, but it happens. And I promise you that once she gets just a little older, she will be throwing herself off elevated surfaces left, right and centre. If it makes you feel any better, one time I accidentally put my baby Aqua Pure in my daughter's mouth instead of teething gel. I called poison control in the absolute panic, feeling like the worst mother ever. Parenting is hard and we are all only human, trying our absolute best. You're doing great. Get some rest, mama.
Yes. You're doing amazing, and you'll never know, but you will continue to blame yourself until the day you die. However, your daughter's going to be fine, and that is really all that matters.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This shit happens. You're not a bad mum. You didn't do anything intentional. It's just, shit fucking happens, man. Right. My in-laws must think I'm a reckless mother. Nah, same as mine. My family moved in with my in-laws so we could... Have I read this one?
That
I'm so
one.
sorry.
I,
Hold on.
I feel like I know this and I'm looking. Have I got this written?
Right. My mother-in-law ruining my baby's feeding journey for me. Zeus, move please, baby. Move. Good boy. Everything I do for everything I do for my 6-month-old is extra in my mother-in-law's eyes. She hates that I make baby food from scratch, that I don't buy store-bought food when her children and other grandchildren turn up just fine on it, that I want to be buying and creating the food myself. Instead of purees and slightly more mashed food, I recently brought 2 types of cups to help her learn how to sip and drink from a straw. I was criticised for wasting my son's money and that my baby doesn't need to be introduced to things like that right now. Everything I do she criticises, and I can't get away from it or hide what I do because I live with her. I'm tired of the constant back and forth. Hubby has told her multiple times to lay off and don't get involved, but that doesn't sit well with her. The joy I have making my baby's food and learning new ways to serve it is drying because of her. She means dying because of her. What do you think about that?
I think Murray needs to take a fucking back seat, mate.
And mind her own business. I used to make from scratch for mine.
I did for Lucius.
Yeah, and then you moved on.
And I moved on in my life.
Yeah.
Because I had something very similar, so I wasn't living with my in-laws or anyone, just me and my husband, but
The constant criticism.
there was a criticism from...
It's exhausting. But yeah, I used to cook from scratch, simply because I see what, don't get me wrong, occasionally they'd have like a jar depending on what was going on, but I see how it stained and what it did to their clothes, and I was like, that's not normal. And that is why I was a bit like, no, this is what they have. But you know, I actually think she's complaining about a cup, but I actually think it saves more money to do, because I used to do like bulk and then freeze it.
freeze it.
Right, top comment. There is such unsupportive behaviour from your mother-in-law. I'm sorry. I hope you guys have a plan to move away from her, because this behaviour is likely going to continue the entire life of your child. Go on. Oh no, yeah. One more, baby.
Right, this one's sad, okay?
Okay.
I think this is... do I want to go with sad one? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I've got to zoom in because he won't let me zoom in. Oh, fucking hell. You ready?
Yes. Can you see that? Because even I think that's too close.
Come now. Come now.
Come to me. There you go. Not long, baby.
Okay. No, don't come this way.
Every
Not this
time.
way. Not this way.
Every single
Not this
time.
way.
Zeus,
Do one.
you're the size of a bear, bruv. Has that come off?
No. Go away.
Zeus, out. Out.
Away. Away.
Out. He has no idea how big he is. You know that. He thinks he's a tiny little puppy. He does. He thinks he's a tiny little puppy. It's the size of a fucking small pony.
Right, ready?
I don't know.
They're keeping him.
Okay, fair play.
My precious boy was born June 3rd and has been perfect. I'm scared about the wires now. We sent him to nursery last night so we could sleep before discharge today, but the paediatrician just came in and said after they laid him on his stomach to try and relieve some gas, I guess, and another nurse found him with little colour in his face, the doctor said he must have moved into an unsafe position, but isn't the stomach unsafe no matter what? I don't know why they would lay him on the stomach or how long until the nurse found him, but now they have to monitor him to make sure he doesn't do it again. And luckily, she said he hasn't, and it's been a couple of hours. I'm still getting discharged today, but I have to leave without my boy. How am I supposed to do that? He can come home tomorrow if he looks good on the monitor, but still. Right, then the next bit is an update.
Okay. So she took him in because he
She's given birth.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's
And then
given birth.
he's been laid on his stomach, obviously, because
And
newborns can't roll over.
The baby's been given to the nurse for the nursery so that she can get some rest.
Yeah. That's an American thing.
Yep. And whilst he's been in the nursery,
He's been laying on his
he's
stomach.
been put on his stomach, but apparently isn't on his stomach, and now they're concerned for him.
Okay, so a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be saying I'm not leaving. I'll happily sit next door. Give me a chair. Like, I'll sit next to his bed. Second of all, who the fuck laid my son on his stomach, causing this problem in the first place? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. There's an argument there, right?
Oh, a massive argument, but of course she's probably not even thinking that. She's just probably
She's
thinking my
possibly
baby.
a first-time mum as well.
Yeah,
so
but I
literally
definitely, because tummy time's important, but that generally starts to happen when they start, being able to turn themselves, this, that and the other. And I'm going back 18 years ago, we're advised, so if you give tummy time, you still have to be present and watching tummy time.
Yeah.
In case their face hits the floor or whatever. So it's very weird that that's happened. And once your baby's all better, and they're going to be better, the next question you want to ask is how and why did this happen?
Yeah, absolutely. So the update. They're keeping him. Mods told me to edit this post and put it here.
Okay.
The nursery nurse just came back in and she said he was not fully on his stomach like the paediatrician doctor said, which honestly I believe the nurse more since they're usually the ones constantly in there, and she mentioned she didn't know about it until she went through his chart and just on his side, and he was not unsupervised. There were people watching him the whole time. It sounds more like keeping him is protocol. Honestly, he's spit up on his back for us, but obviously we caught it and cleaned him up before anything happened. He was squirmy and fussy, so they thought it would help. They brought him back to us about an hour or so ago, shortly after we called for him, and he's been fussy and squirmy for us too, my poor gassy boy. There's a little room we can stay in and hang out with him, but they need my room for another mummy postpartum. Best believe we are going to straight home and straight back after we clean up and change. His nurse isn't acting suspicious or avoiding questions, and my stay at this hospital has been phenomenal. Thus far, the staff have been incredible. What do you think?
I think it's actually giving. They seem to be more concerned about the reflux and the gas pain.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. I feel like nobody sat down with her and explained exactly what the problem is, leading to all these things. Because they obviously put him on his tummy because he was squirmy, so they're trying to get the gas out. But then the doctor made that into a big deal. And actually, I don't know, because generally, it's not way common for a baby to continue to throw up and stuff when they just give birth. But if it's got reflux or something else, maybe they generally are just keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
But really they should be explaining to her, because now she's like, I can't stay, oh my god, I've just given birth to my baby, blah blah blah. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she needs a clear conversation
Yeah.
to what's going on. It just sounds like reflux.
Yeah, so the top comment was like, this seems suspicious to me. Was he left unsupervised on his stomach? Have you seen him since? I'm so sorry. OP then says, the way the paediatrician made it sound, he must have been unsupervised. And no, I mentioned I was about to call him back to the room with us, and she said she'll tell the nurse to bring him around. So I'm just sitting here waiting for him. I should have never sent him there last night. So now she's feeling
Blaming herself.
Someone's like, please update us on how he's doing. I will for sure. I'm about to call the nurse and make sure they bring him.
I find it quite strange that in America they take the baby.
Yeah, I do too.
And I don't know if that's obviously because it's something we don't do that I find it strange, but I can't imagine giving birth and then someone taking it so I can get some rest. I'm good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that as well, like that's when you read about those babies that have been swapped and stolen. That is the anxiety I'd have. I'd be like, absolutely not. I don't know if you're allowed to say no. I have no idea.
I don't know either. I mean, for me, they gave us a like, you know, the tub.
Yes.
They put the
It is.
baby
It's a
bed-
bathtub,
the tub,
isn't it? Yeah.
And then he was right next to my bed.
Yeah.
Like, why?
When I showered, because I was in a ward, because when you have the C-section, you go on a ward, so you're easily watched. I just took him with me, and then had him on one side of the bathroom when I had my shower.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was paranoia. I could have left him because the nurses are there and you can't freely come in and out, but I think I was gone by then mentally. Not Alfie, Harry. Alfie, I couldn't even really get out of bed, if I'm honest. My sister had to shower me that day. That was fun for her, seeing all my flaps. You're welcome, Lisa. Right, last one. Let's see who can relate to this one. I don't want to have sex with my husband. We haven't had sex since our son was conceived. In the first 12 weeks, I had 2 bleeds and was told to not have sex. After I was cleared, I was too scared to do it at all because I was told most of the time bleeding can occur. After sex, most times bleeding can occur after sex when pregnant. I had already had 2 miscarriages, so I was terrified to see any blood. Fair play. Then you have to wait until everything is healed to the point and beyond. I was too tired. Now I'm 8 months postpartum and I stopped exclusively pumping 2 months ago. I have to say that my sex drive definitely returned after I quit pumping. Problem is, I don't want to have sex with my husband. Doing the deed by myself, all for it. We don't really have time to do it, so he suggested to ask the grandparents to babysit to have a date. That could absolutely work, but I don't want to. We kiss, peck here and there. We don't cuddle or hold hands because I have a Velcro baby, and by the time I'm free of my child, I don't want to be touched anymore. Can relate. This is why I'm not hungry for it. Also, not to mention, I hate my postpartum body. I gained 60 pounds during pregnancy. There's no spark anymore, and I'm afraid it's gone. Thinking about different ways I could get that spark back is either awkward to me or just no desire to do so. My husband during this time has been understanding and patient, but I know he definitely wants to have sex with me and a sex life again. I didn't experience that.
I didn't experience that.
Not at all.
I mean,
but I have met people that have.
Mine didn't want to touch me, but he was too busy elsewhere, wasn't he?
Yes.
So,
and I'm not like, her husband's been amazing, and let's
sounds
not.
like he's been great.
And I know you women are going to be like, oh, he should be, blah, blah, blah. But no, sorry, he also has needs. And we're not talking about 1 week after the baby's been born. We're talking 8 months on now.
Yeah.
And she's literally not showing him
At
any.
that point, your hips would have started to tilt back. You should almost be back in your proper position body-wise. Not talking about weight loss. I'm talking about how your body moves.
I literally waited
into...
until, because obviously I had 2 C-sections, so it was literally a matter of when am I allowed to have sex again. And they said give it, I think it was 3 weeks, but if you feel anything uncomfortable, don't do it, because it can be quite, they like 6 weeks, but I was like, you take the piss out of me. But yeah, it was really a matter of making sure I was comfortable more than anything. But same with you, I'm sure.
I had stitches.
Yeah. So you waited till they dissolved?
Well, he was more into the idea of it happening sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And I was just worried about tearing again.
Of course.
So it was all very cautious, but...
Did you feel them stitch you back up?
No, because I was...
Oh, okay, yeah.
But no, they'd injected me so that it was numb.
Yeah.
Whilst I was on that, and they're like, can you feel that? I'm like, of course, yeah, you can feel the fucking needle stabbing you. But actually, when they did the stitching, apart from a couple of little... I felt that one. But
yeah.
I had
gas and air.
I had the gas and air.
So maybe instead of going in for sex, maybe like let the baby go to the grandparents, get some candles out, have a nice romantic meal, undress and start massaging each other and become intimate again that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be wham bam thank you man,
but
which I'm sure it will be after a year and a half. He's going to be like but why don't you try and build your sexual desire with each other rather than aiming for sex?
Yeah, as long as he knows that as well, because I feel like that might be his, we've got no kids, let's do it.
Let's have the conversation, explain it. It can be by candlelight, but I'm not ready for you to see me fully naked. I feel like shit. Do you know what I mean? But if you don't try to build the intimacy back,
Yeah.
you will drift further and further apart because he is only
You've got
going to be
start from scratch, start from the beginning. Like,
and he'll only be
out
understanding
there.
for so long.
yeah,
Let's see what top comment says.
go on.
People may or may not agree with me, but I'm going to throw my opinion out here as a very happy, sexual involved wife and also having experienced postpartum 3+ while having my favourite toy that does the job just fine. Sometimes I suck it up and remind myself that I like sex, and I drag my feet about sneaking out from my babies, from my Velcro baby, which doesn't always work, and I want all the lights off. But once we're going, it's great, and I remember I really love doing this, with my husband. I'm just tired, but does take the effort on both sides, and not slacking on my end. Then after sex, we stay up laughing and talking like we used to. Sometimes we just go to bed, but it reconnects us, and you need the connection, so does he. You are lovers, not roommates. Beautifully said. Sometimes the thought of doing that after everything you've been through will be like, no, but like this woman just said, you are partners, you are husband and wife, you're not mates. And he absolutely deserves to be intimate with his wife, and you deserve to be intimate with your husband. And just because you ain't feeling it right now doesn't mean you won't be once you start going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even now, sometimes it's like, oh, and then the minute you get going, it's like wonderful. It's normal, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's a teenager anymore. Has you been a good boy? Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say on that. You have to work towards it, otherwise it's going to separate you.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I did sort of say it at the beginning, when you have kids, everything changes.
Massively, everything.
Everything. Your priorities,
Yeah.
everything.
Your body, there is not
And
one part of
actually-
you that is the same.
If you're lucky enough to still have a husband who's like, I still want you, I still want this
Of course.
to keep going, like,
And a good dad at that. You're
you know,
winning.
someone that's showing up for you and being understanding, like, you need to run with that as well.
Of course, it's easy to take things for granted because in your head you're probably thinking, I'm the one that's had the baby, I'm the one that's breastfed, but it ain't all about you. And I think remembering that is super important in a marriage and a relationship, that they have to, of course I believe that the baby comes first. I mean, my children still come first to this day, but he does matter as well, 100%. So
All the time he's been understanding and
he's been great,
kind
right?
and generous, and
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So 9, so almost not, I can't even do them, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Year and a
16,
half.
17, 17 months is a very patient person right there, man.
Yeah.
More than most people would be.
He should be patient. It's your wife,
And he
at the end
has
of the day.
been.
and he has, and you know,
Yeah, he's done incredibly well, and so have our dogs. But enough is enough. She's got more slobber in her than anything. Zeus! Leave it. I know you've had enough. Okay, everyone. We're off.
right.
Thank you for
follow,
joining. Subscribe. And sorry about all the cuts, but it's my dog's fault.
They don't know about the cuts.
Yeah, but they won't know either.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
What cuts?
What
this was
cuts?
a perfect reel.
It actually went really well. So, love you. Bye. Enough. That's me being firm. You're like, was it though?
What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl's got everything